So 90% of my closet and my son's closet is thrifted. How the heck do I do it? I'm gonna tell you. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, I'm Addie and welcome to my channel, Old World New, where we talk about sustainable living in real life. So today we are about to talk about how I thrift 90% of my family's wardrobe. And when I say my family, I mean myself and my son, because it is difficult as heck to find clothes for my tall and slender built husband where I live. Before I get into the how, I want to talk about the why. Why do I thrift? A couple of reasons. One, it is so cost effective. Two, it extends the life of clothes that would otherwise go into the landfill, because even though you do donate your clothes to the thrift store, not all of them are sold. Some of them end up in the trash just the same, because we have an influx of clothes being donated. Like a whole lot and too many. And so many more being donated that they take ones off the floor that aren't selling and get rid of them however they see fit, which may be donating and which may be trashing, and they bring in the new clothes that everybody else is bringing in. So we are in a point in the system where we all have too many clothes and we're donating and donating, and even the thrift store can't keep up with them. So the goal is to keep clothes out of the landfill. Cost, less pollution, and another reason is because children grow too fast. I have thrifted for my son since before he was born, and we did not find out his gender until he got here. So I was buying all the white and all the green and all the neutral things that I could to clothe him, because I refused to go like to a big retail store and spend so much money on him when I didn't know exactly what size he would be when he got here. So, you know, you might get newborn clothes and they don't fit, or you might get all 0 or 0 to 3 months and they're too big, and before you know it, it's like you're buying even more clothes. Kids grow so fast, especially in that first year. We were changing his entire wardrobe every 2, 3, or 4 months because he was growing so fast. That's why kids, you know, the size is 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12 months. It changes so fast. And even now, as a 3, almost 4-year-old, he grows fast, and you just, you know, you can't keep those clothes for long because they don't fit anymore. Kids outgrow their clothes so fast. So that is a major reason why I thrift. Now, why I thrift for myself and for him as well, but you know, as a woman who's been the same size for most of her life, just now, you know, gaining weight and changing sizes a little bit 4 years after my child was born. I also thrift because, you know, it's good for the environment, but I look cute because this is all thrifted right here. This is thrifted. This bangle, thrifted. I thrift for variety. I thrift for style. I thrift for vintage. I love vintage clothes. And you know, you can find clothes across all decades in a thrift store, and you can make them your own. And I love being able to make unique outfits that speak to me personally and that make me feel comfortable and beautiful. And that's not always what's on the rack at a retail store. And fast fashion is bad, so that's another reason to thrift. Even though I do thrift fast fashion, it is what it is. Last but not least, when you thrift things, it does make it easier to give them away. So like I said, my son would outgrow his clothes, as all children do, very quickly. And sometimes when you like invest $20 on a onesie for a child, you don't want to get rid of it. But then it's like, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to let it sit? Are you going to like give it to someone you know? Like, what are you doing with it? You're just going to hold on to it? So instead of collecting dust, when you thrift things and they're in a good condition, and when your child outgrows them and they're still in a good condition, you can gift them to other people who may have a child who's close in age to yours that's coming up right behind them. You can take them back to the thrift store and redonate them and put them back in that system, making it a circular economy, a circular fashion system. So Someone donated it to the thrift store. I purchased it, let my child wear it. He outgrew them. I cleaned them, took it back to the thrift store. Someone else purchases it. I don't know what they're going to do with it then, but I feel like I've done my part as far as being sustainable and keeping those clothes from going into the landfill and getting them to someone else who can use them. So yeah, that is my why behind why I thrift for us. So let's mosey on down and get to the how the heck do I get 90% of our clothes from the thrift store? This is how I do it. My number one step into getting the majority of our clothes from the thrift store is to shop on sale days. So I'm very conscious of our budget. It's not a huge budget. That's why I don't shop retail in the first place. But did you know that thrift stores also have sale days? So if you live in a metroplex like I do, maybe your thrift store has sales often. But if you live in a smaller town, when you get to know the people who run the thrift store or who work at the thrift store, they can tell you those special days where they have 30% off or senior discounts and military discounts, or even, you know, like a half price blowout sale day. Because like I said, sometimes they get a lot of inventory and they have to get rid of it quickly, and those sales help get everything going out the store real quick. So here in the Dallas area, my favorite thrift store, Thrift Giant, has sales quite often, probably once a month, to where the entire store is 50% off. Nothing is off limits. So an expensive headboard or a nice headboard will be 50% off, and a dog toy will also be 50% off. Back to the how I'm getting 90% of our clothes there. I shop them often and I shop them early. So in order to plan for a fall 2020 wardrobe for my son, who is transitioning out of 3T clothes and into 4T clothes, because he's about to be 4, it's my baby's birthday, I shop in June and July and August in order to make sure I cover all of my bases. I have enough clothes for him, I have the correct size clothes for him, and I'm able to try these clothes on and make sure they fit well. So shop early, shop sales, shop often in order to find exactly what you need. And in doing that, don't overbuy. Buy what you need and only that, because if you're overbuying at a thrift store, you're still contributing to wasting clothes, because somebody else could use that pair of clothes that, you know, your child never ends up wearing. Yeah, it's important to not overspend at the thrift store just because it is super affordable. That is my simple how into how I buy 90% of our clothes at the thrift store. When I shop sales, I save 50% on the thrift store price tags. When I shop early, I'm able to slowly pick up pieces versus trying to buy everything at once. It's difficult to buy everything at once at a thrift store because you never know what the inventory will be. So when you shop early and shop multiple times or often, you get a variety of clothes to choose from. You know, if you shop at different stores, you'll have even more variety of clothes to choose from. So you don't have to grab up everything in one size at one time, trying to hope that it fits or works or is even liked by the time you get it home. So let's do a little haul. So for myself, I don't have to, I recently had to buy more clothes because I did go up in size. But now that I have a base established, I don't have to buy a lot of clothes for myself. So I often go to the thrift store with just my son in mind, and then I'll look for things for me and my husband in between here and there. So here are some of the finds that I had this last time on my 50% sale haul. This blouse, which I have posted on the blog already, it's an Ann Taylor blouse. It was marked $4.99, so half off, $2.50. And I tucked it into some vintage high-waist shorts that I cut from jeans. I love a good cotton t-shirt that's loose fitting, like this one. There we go. This is random brand, $2.99, so $1.50 after the sale. And I found a dress as well, but I don't see it right now. I'm gonna pop over to my son's stuff. So he's transitioning from 3T to 4T, and so I got him some 4T clothes for the end of summer, but my major focus was winter and fall clothes. So I found one pair of pajamas. This was the only pair that fit, so this is why I would shop often, This is the only pair of pajamas that I found, so I have to go back and find him some more shorts. So these shorts will fit end of summer this year and spring and through the most of summer next year, because they're his 4T size, unless he has a ridiculous growth spurt. He's sizing out of his 3T clothes a lot right now. So these, after they're washed, will go straight into his drawer. I also found a lot of nice jeans for him for the winter and for early spring next year. So he's good on khakis for the next year. Found one pair of denim jeans, some sweats, and I found some REI pants that are 4T that will probably fit until he's like 5. They unzip at the legs, so they'll be great for when we're doing outdoor trips. And last, I found some shirts. Some summer shirts that will fit at the end of this summer, as well in the spring and summer next year. T-shirts as well, and then some long sleeve shirts for the summer. For the winter. So yeah, this was my initial haul. I will probably shop 1 or 2 more times during sales. I wanted to shop that sale just in case the world closed down again, so that he would have clothes that fit. Don't know what's going to happen, but I know that we are prepared, and if I'm able to, I will shop often again during another sale day in order to continue to build up his 4T wardrobe. Thank y'all for joining, and I hope this video is helpful. I hope it inspires you to thrift, to be more conscious of the environment and your wallet, because it helps both. Thank y'all, and we'll see you later. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Ask me any questions in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.